I think it is not. My frustration, my anger, my disappointment hasn't diminished one bit. In fact, I've had more time to think about what the consequences of this decision are, not just in the immediate term for women who are worried about what this means for them, for families that are worried about what this means for them, but thinking about the long-term economic consequences of this decision. We saw, Janet Yellen from the Secretary of the Treasury talking about what this decision will mean as women are forced to drop out of the workforce, are able to have to cut their education short. So I think my sense of frustration, my sense of rage, my sense of disappointment, my anger as a citizen of this country, that I feel like my own ability to control my health care is being taken away from me. And I think that we're going to see the frustration and the rage, the anger, the disappointment. We're going to see it keep building as people begin to really grapple with something that we thought, we hoped would be unthinkable. This is not, abortion is not about whether it's not in contrast to motherhood. It's not about people never becoming mothers. It's about deciding when to start a family. So as you mentioned, the majority of people who have an abortion are already mothers at that time. And some of them have several children. Some of them will have an abortion and will go on to have children later. And so I think this idea that it's this choice that somehow Republicans are choosing mothers and motherhood and Democrats are choosing to not be mothers, to choosing abortion is just wrong-headed. This is part of family planning. This is part of reproductive health care in the same way that things like birth control are. And when we see Republicans start to invade our choices about abortion, we're going to see them come for birth control next. Well, I don't think they compare. I think they actually reinforce each other. So the fact that things like inflation can happen and it can become more expensive to feed your kids and to fuel your car is exactly why people need to be able to be in charge of how many mouths they're going to have to feed. So I think the fact that we're seeing this jump in expenses, that we're seeing people having to pay more in the grocery store, pay more at the pump, pay more for housing, is a reason that people are saying, I need to be able to make my own decisions about when and if to start a family. So I don't think we're going to see them. I don't think it's about comparing them or contrasting them. I think they reinforce for people just how big of a responsibility it is to take care of a family.